Here we are at the Musquodoboit old abandoned rail line. It's now been converted into a trail. It's got beautiful scenery. I've already traveled from Bissett Road, which is about 4 miles or 4 kilometers from the highway there. We're heading out to Lawrencetown Beach, but this trail goes all the way out to the old Musquodoboit rail line. So I'll give you a little tour. Sorry about the shakiness, it's a little tricky doing this. Let's see if we can get up to a good speed here. Get up to 30 here. As you can see, I'm doing this with one hand, driving and holding a camera. This is really no easy task. Get a little faster. We're going about almost 30. Now we hit 30. Oh, drop down a little. Once again, I apologize if this is a bit shaky. Do the best I can. Boy, this is hard work. This is kind of what it would have been like for about the best I can give you. Slow down here a little. I don't know if you can see it, but this line went all the way up to Upper Musquodoboit. At one point in time, it used to be connected to the Dartmouth Sub. Now it's just an old trail. There's a few bridges in that. One year there last year, I took the pleasure of driving the trail all the way up to the old railroad station. It was quite a trip. 5 hours each direction. It's a lot of fun. Of course, I didn't have this bike. Yes. You notice? I did a little research on this Pacific stretch of trail, and it's quite fascinating what I found out. The actual speed limit through here used to be about 30 miles an hour. I'm only doing about 20 sub kilometers. So, yeah. I really hope this video turns out half decent. It sucks. However, you can bike right out to the old railroad station. It is rather tricky. I've attempted it and succeeded. I was awfully tired when I arrived. We just passed the 5 Hold on, sorry about that. I don't like videoing people and like it's. As you can see, we're coming up towards the end of the trail. We'll be crossing over and continuing down. So, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I'll post. Well, this is the first crossing of the old rail line. It continues over there. If you sort of look in the road, you can kind of tell where the tracks were at one time. If I remember correctly, this used to be a single line. But it's quite a nice view. Let me give you a good look at the sign there. Well, we'll continue on our journey down towards Lawrencetown. Should be about another hour or so, give or take. All right, now we're on the other side of the old rail line. Give you a bit of a view. I got a little farm and that over there, some horses. Anyway, this trail is quite unique. This is we're one of the only half decent trails in Nova Scotia that are preserved from railway. And there's a little ballast remaining. As you go down this trail event, you'll see some remnants of ribbon from time to time. A couple old ties, or if you're really lucky, you might see a rail or two. Yeah, that's if you're real lucky, of course. I never actually looked for anything like that, but however, I did see parts of the old tie. Up towards Musquodoboit, old bridge just before the train station still stands. It's been long since the rails and all that's been taken up, but the bridge is in pretty decent shape. As you come through here, you'll notice, just look at the scenery. I've only been down this way a couple of times. You can smell the salt air. These old bridges are, they replace the old rail bridges that used to be here, of course. There are a few. Oh, I hate that. You'll see a lot of cyclists come through this way, so I just have a thing for recording other people. I don't like to do that, so just out of respect of people's privacy, I'll turn the camera off as I go by someone. Just common courtesy. I don't like getting my picture taken, so I can understand the feeling. As I was saying, you can also see some reminders of old rail line at some point throughout this path. We're only doing about 20 through here. We're going to come up to another intersection which will cross the street. Nice little stable, some horses. Say hi to the camera. Alright, yeah. There's where we left off. As you can see, the road or rail track here might be a little off. What are you doing? Go ahead. So we're going to continue down this path here. Here, this give you a little trick. I got rocks and stuff all through here so the cars won't come down this way. Also, it's good because it protects the trail. Now, this trail is it's quite a long stretch. I was talking to a guy there back. It's about 17 miles from Bissett Road to the 17 miles, what am I saying? 17 kilometers from Bissett Road, where we started, to Lawrencetown Beach, which is going to be our final destination for this trip. This bike I'm riding is not exactly in the greatest trail riding shape for this kind of task. This is a nice stretch right through here. Look at this. You can't get any better than these. Let's see if we get some speed. I feel the need for speed. You'll have to excuse the sound and noise. The faster I go, the more it picks up. We are now currently traveling at over 27K. Alright, I gotta take a little break here, peeps. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Doesn't this look nice? It kind of looks like a little, like you're going through a little mountain thing. The bushes. I think these are raspberry plants. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I don't know. They look like it. It's kind of gives you a little bit of a idea. We're coming up to the next street, which crosses over. Of course. The reason I like going down this way because it's mostly flat. Windy, but flat. It's beautiful. Here we should be crossing over here. This has all been paved over. You can't really tell anything was here. Right across the road. All-terrain vehicles or snowmobiles. Well, I suppose it's okay. I'm not exactly driving one of those. As you can see the ocean in the distance. Lawrencetown Beach is just ahead. I remember when I was a lot younger, this bridge was not here. They built this bridge over top of the railroad ties. This is one of the catch anything? Oh, a little shaky. Sorry about that, folks. Somewhere, the old Lawrencetown station. I never really seen it myself. I'm not really sure where exactly it's been located, but supposedly it's supposed to be around here somewhere. And I don't know if that's still standing or if it's been torn down or whereabouts the location of that may be. See, just look at this trail. There's the beach. We'll be approaching that very shortly. Yeah, we're now we have arrived at the Lawrencetown Beach location. Just how this trail is. It's really quite lovely through here. Like I said, this does go up to Musquodoboit. I've only been riding on this trail for an hour. It's only took me about an hour to get here. It's quite a short amount of time. Of course, I've been doing like 20K the whole trip. stop here, they'll rest. Who knows? We make it. Alright, so we just left the Porter's, or Lawrencetown beach, sorry. Now we're heading to Porter's. This here's, this is where the old rail line continues. Ooh, I want to hit those, that would be nasty. I still have no idea where that supposedly train station's supposed to have been. No idea. The trail gets a little bit, well, see for yourself. But it continues for a good another few K. Might actually go up to Musquodoboit. There's Lake Cobbo Road. Reminds me of Dragon's Pass. We are still traveling. This is where the path is not so fine. As you can see, it's only two small trails. This goes on for a little while. Whew. Just give you a good idea of where we are. Quiet piece where Porter's Lake to the left there. You get a good look at that. It's quite difficult to bike and hold a camera without just one hand here. Only thing I don't like about this bike is it doesn't have the shock, so my arm is killing me. I really do hope this video turns out half-assed decent. If not, well, as they say, shall we ride on? I have a bad sense of humor. Ooh, how bumpy through here. And the trail really becomes quite abrasive. It gets worse as you go on. Bumpy. It's also with the wind, it's kind of hard to keep the speed up. Not only that, I'm carrying an additional couple extra pounds in my bag here. Food and fluids. It's a beautiful sunny day. We're peaking at a good speed of 19K. Kind of a bit of a hill around here. I still wish I knew where that station was supposed to be. Steep slope ahead, yeah. This is the part where we have to climb a little bit. Just look at it. It's just beautiful through here. I can imagine why they wanted to keep the trail. Look at that, there's the Atlantic Ocean. It's foggy out. It's like another, no, that's a road or a trail or something down there. Oh, that's somebody's house. Whoa, rocks ahead. Woohoo! A lot of smack into those, boy. Just picture this with tracks on it. And then you get an idea of what this would have looked like back when the trains were driving through it. Of course, most of it's pretty much grown over, and there are some very thick spots along the way. Mind you, I've been all the way up to the station. Of course, I know where the station is, but I don't really feel like going through the rough parts of the trail. I'll probably save that for another day, but we'll go up. Just hold on there, folks. Sign back there said stay on trail. Well, I don't think we're going to be going anywhere. Morning. People are probably wondering what I'm doing. I don't think they even know I have a camera. That's the whole fun of it. Making a video. Driving a bike, going down a trail. How many people would try to attempt this? Especially with one hand, see? Are they nuts? Look at that. We're definitely hitting some speeds now. Watch my speedometer go up. Woohoo! Hell yeah! 27, boys. Over there. As we now go through this, we're going to be approaching. This is pretty. I'm trying to hold this thing as still as I possibly can. Oh, this is nice. This kind of gives you here's one of the old bridges that was converted. Take a little look at it. Now this was one of the bridges. You can't really see it, but this bridge was originally a train bridge. Just slow down here enough and show you. A little break. Oh, hurts my nuts. Wait for these people to come. As you can see here, this was one of the original rail bridges that was converted into a walking bridge. The boards are quite old. They did a lot of work to it since. Now there's a few nails and old spikes sticking out of it along the side of it somewhere. It's quite a tricky area to get down into. Yeah. Hey, that coal. Yeah, that looks like coal. It's lightweight. Yeah, there's the old bridge there. Not sure what year it was built in, but up all the old spikes. Nail that we used to use. This river is quite deep. It's all salt water through here. Just gonna take a little rest point and look at it. You don't get to see stuff like this every day. Yeah. Little bridge. It's the original old bridge, really. There's a couple of them around. Anyway, let's continue on. Looks like there's coal or something here. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh well. Shall we continue or shall we stop? The question shall be. Let's continue. As I said before, there's a lot of, if you look closely, you'll find on this trail some reminders of the old railway. Wavy out there too. Beautiful day. Oh, stuck. All right. Unfortunately, this railway is safe to be on because, well, I don't think there's going to be any trains coming through here anytime soon. It's too damn bad. Damn thing about, or damn government, or a bunch of say anything about that. Pretty sure you get the idea where I'm going with that. But yeah, all these trails should really be preserved. I mean, the railway is one thing of this province that's been really taken advantage of over the years. And believe it or not, this is not a very big province or anything, but we did have quite a nice sized railroad at one time. Here you can kind of see where the track used to come across the road here. Still all broken up. You can pretty much tell it was all paved over. Well, speed limit's 20, really. Well, I don't think I'm speeding. No, we're not speeding, are we? We don't speed. Of course we do. Honestly, it's really hard to go any faster than 20 on this trail. It just is, you tire out so fast. Anyway, I still have yet to see that Lawrencetown Railroad train station. Apparently, what I read on the Nova Scotia history, it was a fire shed or something like that. I don't really know the location of it, but there doesn't seem to be any remainder of it anymore. So if anyone knows where that used to be, I'd like to know. At least you could tell me. It smells like someone's having a fire through here. Shall we stop and ask them if they have seconds? Maybe they might invite us for a little barbecue. That'd be nice. The only train today is us. On the old Musquodoboit Railway. I did a lot of research, and a gentleman of me, he's built a rather nice route of what this would have looked like. Of course, there's reasons I'm doing this video. Need to go? Oh, bathroom or something. But yeah, this is quite a nice stretch. I mean, it's just beautiful. Look at that. Just the scenery through here. You don't get this every day. I mean, it's a shame though. So, I'm going to try to make this is kind of like a modern documentary of what this trail looks like today. Back in the 1920s when it was operational, I believe it was 1920 or 1970. I sort of forget now. It was quite the trail. Oh. Anyway, coming across to the next intersection. Oh, wow, I'm getting tired. All right. Across. So here. That's where we came from, down the old rail line. I'm not exactly sure what street we are, but we've got to be about 20 or 22 or 23 kilometers from this road. It's almost 11:30. It's going to be time to stop to have some lunch. I've only been riding for about an hour and a half. And so far we've got quite a chunk of trail covered. Now as we go down the old rail line, trains. Now there's no trains, there's people. There's people and they go fast. This used to be miles and miles long. If I remember correctly, there should be I'm not exactly sure how far out this goes. Looks like they did some work to this part of the trail. I haven't been out here in so freaking long. Let's see. Of course, this trail at some point used to cross the highway, but hey, we're speeding! Look, we're speeding. We're speeding. Yeah. Now would you like to go faster? Driveway is ahead. Okay. It says yield. I don't want to. Ooh, what's this? A trailer of some kind. Now this caught my interest. Yeah. There's a trailer or something here. Wait, what's this? What do we see? What do we see here? Pipes and sheets of metal. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going down this way. I thought those were rail track ties or something. They're apparently not, so probably private property, so we won't bother. Not worth it. Oh! I slipped! Sorry about that, folks. It was all your fault! You made me mess up. Bad people. Bad people. I'm just kidding. More driveways. Dry rays. And whoa, hello. Oh, that's a lot. One thing I haven't noticed through here is there is no sort of those telephone poles. Or wait, they're not telephone poles. Those are oh, what are they? Kind of interesting. Is this part here, if I remember correctly, used to be all dirt trail. Of course. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see it? It says, yeah, this is the part that used to be the trail. Look, some dirty people. Dirty people. Now we are. Low battery. Oh well. I remember, yeah, through here there's some reminders of, there's some ties or something. Here they are, found them. There's what used to be rail ties here. This used to be all mud, but you can see right here, see, there's some rail ties there. Those are part of the old railway. They're all grown over and stuff, but yeah, there's a bunch of them. I don't know if there's any rails on them or not. You see? Oh. Those are the old railroad ties and stuff that used to be here. So from what it looks like, right here is actually where the track was. Isn't that something? And you really don't see anything here. It's all grown over, or this might have been a siding or something. But this was mud. I remember coming through here a while ago. This was all mud. Yeah, those are old rail ties. Now I'm not 100% sure. Oh, look, there we go. A couple old telegraph lines right there too. Or at least one of them anyway. Exactly sure where they... Oh, look right there. There's one right there in the tree. See it? It's an old telegraph line that they cut down years ago, and there's the old ties. This is one of the, as I was talking to you about before, where there was remains of the old railway. Well, this is just one of the spots. Now you really would never know, but there's been a lot of growth throughout this part of the trail here. You can see up here. We're standing on what used to be the line, or the line was over there. I'm not exactly sure what exactly it was. It looks like it was double lined here at one time. I'm not really that sure. I got low battery, so we shall continue, shall we? Yes. Yeah, this is where we're up now. The trail has come quite a piece way, and we've already driven quite a distance. Almost 12 o'clock. This is where we're going, so we're heading down the old rail line. Now, I'm not going to be doing much more recording after this, so this will be the last little bit for a while. We're going to head out to Musquodoboit, so when we get to the railroad station, we'll go. I really want to show you guys the bridge I've been talking to you about. So anyway, I'll let you go until then. This is the part where the trail crosses the highway. Anyway, it's kind of a little bit of a tricky spot. This is the second part of the trail that's kind of cut off, so you can pretty much get from Lawrencetown all the way out to this section, but from this point on to get to Musquodoboit, it's a little tricky, so this is where we cross the highway. We'll have to be careful here because this is pretty treacherous. Now this is where the trail would originally come out, but fortunately they're doing some construction down here, so I'm going to have to go around the road. Anyway, I'll try to pick up the trail again. So this is a pain in the behind. Now, you come across the highway here, but what I recommend doing is just going over the overpass, heading down this street, and then you will connect to the trail on the other side of this. It's a bit inconvenient, but this is over top of the old rail line, so when you get to the dead end, just come up the trail and just come straight down here and along here until you'll see the trail on the left hand side. I'll show you where it is. Yeah, this is where the trail picks up again, it looks like. So just have to come up this way. It's a little bit out of the way, but it's better than nothing. We're still on the old rail line. It looks like they're doing some... Yeah, this wasn't here before. This was all part of the trail. It came up through this way, so... Anyway, we'll continue now. They built an elementary onto where the trail used to go, because it used to when I remember doing this back a few years ago, it used to go straight there. That was never there. So anyway, this is where you're going. So this will continue on. It'll take you right to the Superstore. It's only a little bit from here. This is where we come out. This is where the Superstore is part. Anyway, where's Chesapeake is where we are. This is where the trail is now. The trail breaks up here. So but it does continue over to the other side. We'll have to go on the highway. This is a little tricky, so just continue down the trail right to the end here. I don't think I have enough battery left to show you, but I'll show you where to go on the other side. Now this is where the trail comes out, and it kind of ends here, but that's because the road covers now. Be very, very careful when you're coming down this part of the trail because it's extremely dangerous. Make sure you use common sense because it's very rough. I've got quite a few bumps and scratches in mud. Now, just head down this way and you'll come up to an off-ramp and go up that and make a left. I'll show you where to go. But this is where the line takes. I've done this before. So just go in this current direction that I'm showing you towards the sign. Alright, this is the exit you want to take. Go up this ramp and then go left. Continue down the street and you'll see the trail on the right. Now you can try to go over the bank and try to find it. It's down there, but it sort of goes and follows the highway. But it's really not recommended. It's just a lot of bush and it's really hard to find. But this is the easiest way to get back to the trail. Yeah, the trail just picks up here, so the West Chesapeake side. Come on, people. So this is where it goes. As you can see, you're coming down here. You just come down here and you come straight down. Same way, so this is where the trail is. So if you lose the trail, just do as I said previously, and you'll find it again real easy. I mean, it's just right on the corner here. As you can see down there, well, I'll show you, there's an old railroad bridge. But this is pretty basic. Now what's over in those bushes is the rail line does go down there. I've been down there, but it's just a dead end. There's nothing down there. You can't really get down there anyway. It's just a bunch of bushes. Really waste of time. And just to show you, abandoned rail line. Here's the bridge. Just up here a little further. Now most of this is ungraded trail, but so we'll have to be careful. But here's one of the remaining bridges still intact. The other one's up further. But this thing is old. It's just so old, but I've been on it. It's fairly safe on bike, but not recommended for walking. But this is where we're going to pick up the trail, and we'll be on our way to the station. This is the part where the old band railway used to be. This will take you right to Musquodoboit. I've been down this way before. It's quite a rough stretch from here to the station, but it shouldn't be much further. We should be arriving there in about 45 minutes approximately. We're already in East Chesapeake, so Upper Musquodoboit's only, well, not too far from here really. I mean, I've done this before. But we're almost there. Hang in there, peeps. We'll be arriving at our destination. Well, folks, we're down here a little further from where we started now. When you're coming down this backwoods trail, be extremely careful because this trail gets very rough here on out. It's ungraded trail, and use extreme caution. Now, I'm going down it rather quickly, but yeah, just you plan to bike down this, be very careful and just watch what you're doing. It's extremely dangerous, especially if you could trip over anything. So, you know, make sure you have a good bike with good tires. Anyway, yeah, well, we'll see you at the station. Now, this is another part that could be tricky. The trail is just on the other side of that, but if I remember correctly, there's a path somewhere that gets you into it. But I'm not going to bother to look for it. I'm just going to go straight ahead. But I think if you go around the other side of this road, and search a little bit, you'll find it. But the trail does pick up and it continues. This is even rougher, so going down this part. And remember, just be careful. Right where this sign is, right across from here, this is where the trail picks up. You can't really see it, but it continues down through here. Now, I don't think, yeah, we're not going to be able to get down this way. Now there is, if I remember correctly, a side trail. This is where it used to go. But anyway, forget this. You can get back on the trail through down here. There's a little ATV path that I believe goes to the main road. Hold on, I'll take a look. See, that's the road we came out of a while back, so you can get onto the main road this way. I just drive down this, when you come off the first trail that we came out of there, the clearing, just come up, make a left, come up this way, you'll see this little part. Come down here, this will take you right back onto the railway. And it'll go back to right where we showed you. Right now we came out from that little trail path here, so once you come up here, you'll get back onto the trail and just continue down. Be careful down here because it's very, maybe you'll get to see some dirt bikes and stuff. Anyway, let's continue our trip. When the trail crosses here, it comes in here, so continues on through there. But if you don't want to continue the trail to Musquodoboit Railroad Station, you don't have to, but this is the way. The trail continues on the other side of this side, so the station is just up the road here. You can, if you want to take the old way. Really no point in almost going the full way, but I'm going to anyway. Well, this is what I was talking about by the old bridge, but last time I was down here, it was all in pretty good shape, but looks like they started ripping out the bridge. There's really no other way across this. Sorry, folks. Anyway, it's only a few minutes to the station from here, so we'll just take the road. But perhaps once they're probably working on this, they might fix up the old bridge, but this is where she was. Anyway, I'm getting low on battery, so I'll just quickly get to the station. Well, we actually made it to the station. I'm going to take some pictures and reserve the battery, so anyway, this will be my last recording for a while. Anyway, Musquodoboit Railroad Museum. Hope you enjoyed the trip.